Hello everyone, welcome to another video of General Mathematics of class 10, and today we are going to start the chapter Coordinate Geometry, that is chapter 7 of General Mathematics. And in this video we are going to discuss about the distance formula and how can we derive the distance formula. So without wasting any more time, let's dive in directly into today's. As you have studied coordinate geometry in your previous classes, it is all about taking coordinates in a graph. So there are two axes in a graph, the x-axis and the y-axis, that we will discuss. So let me draw a graph just in general so that I can just take a revision of the previous classes. This is the origin, this is the x-axis, x and x dash, this is the positive direction, this is the negative direction, this is our y-axis, this is y and y dash, this is our positive direction of y, this is our negative direction of y, and this origin has a coordinate of 0, 0. This is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate. Okay, so the first coordinate that we write is always x, the second coordinate we write is y. So suppose that we take divide it just like a number line. You think of coordinates like number lines. This is a number line in the horizontal direction, this is one number line in the vertical direction. So what are the numbers given in a number line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like that. So let's write them down. Also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the positive sides. Here we will go for negative, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. And -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. The same way, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and -6. So now why I have written this, I just wanted to see if you remember how to plot any point. So suppose I want to plot a point 2, 3. This is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate. That means I will move 2 steps towards x, that means up to here. Then I have to go 3 steps towards y. So 1, 2, 3 up to this point. So this is my point 2, 3. This point is the 2, 3. That is 2 in the x coordinate, 3 in the y coordinate. So that's how we plot the points 2, 3. So that means you must, why I am doing this, because I will need you to understand this so that I can move to the proof of or derivation of the section formula. Okay, so this one is the x coordinate, this one is the y coordinate. So whenever we take this, we will be measuring this distance. Okay, this is the x coordinate and this is the y coordinate. So whenever we are taking any distance from this side, it will always be the x coordinate, and whenever we take any distance on this side, it will be the y coordinate. So I hope that's clear. Now let's move into the distance formula. The reason distance formula is used is to find the distance between any two coordinate points. Okay, so suppose we have graph. In that I have taken a point, suppose P, and another point is Q. Okay, so 2 points P and Q I have selected, and I have given them the coordinates. Let P have the coordinate x1 and y1, and Q have the coordinate x2 and y2. That is my choice. I have given 2 coordinates to them. This is my x-axis, y-axis, origin, y dash, x dash. I have taken in the positive direction just for the ease of calculation. If you want to try it out with negative direction, it is up to you. You can do it, you can experiment, no problem. But for the ease of calculation, for the general, for every student, I would take these 2 points. Okay, so let us take 2 points P and Q. Now I want to find the distance between P and Q. How to find the distance? Distance means if I join these 2 points, this distance will be the distance between P and Q. Now what is the value of this region? What is the magnitude? Means what is the distance between these 2 points? How to find out? For that, what we do, we draw some constructions in order to understand. So first we will draw a perpendicular from Q on the x-axis. Simple. Next we will draw one perpendicular from Q on the x-axis. Very simple. Now what we will do, from this point we will draw another perpendicular to this so that we form a right angle triangle here. Our aim is to form one right angle triangle here, and that is all the construction you need. Now we will give some names. Let's name this point, these 3 points. Suppose S, T, and suppose V. Okay. So I have, what are the things I have? I have point P having coordinates x1, y1. I have point Q having coordinates x2, y2. I want to find the distance between them, that is I want to find PQ. Fair enough? Now what I have done, I have drawn one perpendicular S on the x-axis. I have drawn another perpendicular QT on x-axis. I have drawn another perpendicular PV on QT. Okay, this is also a perpendicular, and that is my construction. Now I want to find PQ. So when we do this, what we can get, since this is our right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem, and we all know about Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse squared is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So here hypotenuse square equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So what is the hypotenuse here in this triangle? Okay, I have not given this name, let it be, okay, this is P. So hypotenuse is PQ. This PQ square, perpendicular is 2V square plus PV square. Now the thing is, I don't know any of these values. I have no idea what these values are. So let's find out. Okay. So now what I want to find is I need QV. Okay. How can I find PQ from here? I want the distance PQ, right? PQ is the distance between P and Q. So in order to find PQ, I must be having root over QV square plus PV square. That is my value of PV. Now I want to find QV and PV. If I can find the value of QV and PV, I will be able to find the value of PQ. Okay, fair enough. We have done this right till now. Now let's move on. Our now objective is to find the value of QV and PV in terms of the coordinates. Okay, always remember, coordinate system or coordinate geometry always deals with coordinates. So we will try to find the values in terms of coordinates. So now, how to find out QV? Which one is QV? QV is this distance. Which one is PV? PV is this distance. Okay. Now, as we have drawn this perpendicular, what have we formed? These two sides will be equal. As you can see from the diagram, what we have done, we have just joined these 2 points. So these two sides will be equal. Also, this side and this side means this part. These two parts will also be equal, right? Because this is also perpendicular. These are parallel lines. Okay. So that means the opposite sides are equal. And all are 90 degree. All angles are 90 degree. It means what? This is a rectangle. If it is a rectangle, this PV will be equal to ST. Okay, so let's try to find out PV now. So PV can be written, since this is a rectangle, so the distance PV will be equal to ST. Opposite sides are equal in a rectangle. So I can write PV equal to, okay, so PV is written as ST. Now I want to find out ST. Do I know ST? No, I don't know ST. How can we find ST? We can find ST as OT minus OS. That's what we can do. If I take OT and subtract OS from this, I will get this portion. So I will take OT as a whole, subtract OS. The portion left with me is this portion. I hope that is clear. So that means I can write ST as OT minus OS. Okay, fair enough till now. What is OT? OT means we start from origin and move to T. Okay? That means we are moving towards the x-axis. X-axis, and then if we go up, we reach Q. Q has a coordinate of x2 and y2. What is the x2? x2 means after up to T. Come to T and then we move up to get x2 and y2. Y2 is this value, this length. But what is x2? x2 is this length. That means OT is x2. OT can be written as x minus. Hope that is clear. Now what is OS? OS means O to S. Now what is this O to S value? That means you have to go up to see the coordinate. It is x1 and y1. That means this value is x1. This is the x coordinate, right? We are moving towards the x-axis. This will be the x coordinate and it is x1. So this is x2 minus x1. I hope you get the point. So we have found out PV. PV is x2 minus x1. Now I want to find out QV. So how to find out QV? This time what we do, we need to find out this portion, QV. In order to find out QV, if I take the whole of QT and subtract VT from this, what I am left with is only this portion. Okay, so let's try to find out what is the value of QT. So I can write QV as, QV can be written as QT minus VT. So it is QT minus VT, which implies, it is QT. QT is this whole length. And what is the coordinate? This is the y-axis, right? We are moving up means we are moving towards the y-axis. So what is the coordinate of this point? This point y coordinate is y2. It means QT is, the value of QT is y2. If you have understood the first one that I explained at the beginning of the video while I was plotting a point 2, 3, then you will understand. If you have not understood what I have done now, go back to that part of the video where I have shown you the 2, 3, how to plot 2, 3, what does 2 mean, what does 3 mean. Once you understand that, come back to this portion, it will be very easy for you to understand. Now what is QT? QT is this. This is the y direction. What is the coordinate of this point? It is y2. So QT is y2 minus VT. VT is this point, right? VT means from V to T is this distance. Do I have any coordinate of V? I don't have. But this point is at the same y coordinate as this point P. Is there any change in the distance in the y coordinate? No, it is in the same level. Same level means they will correspond to this very point. This is also y1, this is also y1, and ultimately this will also be y1 because they are the same level in the y-axis. There is change in the x-axis distance. The horizontal direction there is change, but in the vertical direction there is no change. It is the same point. So towards the x-axis they will have the same point. So V will also have y1. So it is y2 minus y1. That means we have found out QV, PV and QV. Now let's put the values here. So let me erase this part so that I can write it easily. So what I found was PQ was equal to root over 2V square plus EV square. Now what is QV? QV we have found as y2 minus y1 square plus PV square we have found x2 minus x1 square. That means PQ can be just if we rearrange x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the distance formula. That if you are given 2 points having coordinates x1, x2 and x1, y1 and x2, y2, then the distance between the 2 points can be found out as root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now you might be asking, why is it not plus minus? How can it be plus minus? Distance is never negative. Q is a distance. PQ can never be negative. That is why it is not plus minus, it is only positive value. This is the distance formula. Now to understand what is the application, let's do one sum. Let's take any random example of 2 points and let's try to find out the value. Let me take any 2 simple points without doing any type of stunt. Let me take any 2 points. Suppose I take a point A which is 2, 3 and another point B which is 6, 8. Okay, so I have taken 2 points A and B. Now I want to find the distance of AB. So distance of AB be equal to, as we know the formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. x2 means x coordinate of the second point. So this is our second point. What is the x? This is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate, this is the x coordinate, this is the y coordinate. This one will be x1, y1, this will be x2, y2. Now just put the values. This one is x2, this is 6 minus x1 is 2, so it is 2 square. Plus y2 means 8 minus y1 is. It's very important for you to understand which one is which term. Which one is x1, which one is x2, which one is y1, which one is y2. If you can't understand which point is which value, then you will make a mess out here and everything will be wrong. So what you need to understand, just a simple trick. It is just a common sense that x1 means this one refers to the first point. Which is our first point? A. So take the first point, the x coordinate of the first point. So our first point is A. This one is the x, this one is the y. So I need the first coordinate and the x of that coordinate. So this is the x of the first point, that means this is x1. x2 means the x coordinate of the second point. So which is the second point? Second point is B, which is the x coordinate of these two. The first one is the x coordinate, so this will be x2. Okay. Now just try to find the value. 6 minus 2 is 4 square plus 8 minus 3 is 5 square. So it will be 16 plus 25, which is root over 41. That means the distance between A and B is 41 units. 41, and that's how you find the value. If it is a perfect square, then you will get a non-rational, rational number. Here it is an irrational number. So if it is a perfect square, then you can find a good proper value. That is how we do or prove section formula, and this is how we apply section. I'm extremely sorry. That is how we do distance formula, and that is how we apply distance formula. So that is how you can solve some of the sums given in your book. So what I want you to do is try out question number 1 and 2. Question number 1 and 2 of chapter or exercise 7.1. I think if you have understood these things, you will be easily able to do question number 1 and 2. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. In the next video, we will continue with the exercise 7.1. We will be using only this concept. It will be very easy to solve. So thank you for watching, and until next time.